Okay.
Please enter your PIN followed by pound. Please wait. This conference is being recorded.
Let me start speaking to you about how to make money, or how to make money begin to come to you. There is no magic way to make money. Remember, this is Dr. Idika Imeri talking to you tonight. I am bringing to you Millionaire 500. There are some of you who think that what I'm doing is just a mere joke. Go and ask people who have made money and who are coming to my site to take a look at the different things that I'm doing and going to apply them, and they are working for them, and ask them. One of the things that I have sworn never to do again in my ministry is to waste one more time with any human being coming to me for prayers or for advice who do not have faith in God or in me. If I have any if I sense any hesitant or unwillingness from anyone to apply the principles of God, I will tell the person to go to somebody else. Let me begin by telling you something. There are very few pastors on the earth today. Yes, Doris, welcome. There are very few pastors on earth today who devote their time to the kind of ministry that I'm doing. Very, very few. I mean, I'm talking of very, very few. And I've also decided that I'm going to make a short video. I think by tomorrow I'll put it out there. When I start my ministry by 9 o'clock in the morning, when once it's 5 o'clock in the evening, I'll close. And I will not receive any phone call from anybody, no matter what the situation is. I am the one who is taking charge of what is going to happen in my ministry. When I have some time to write and publish, when I have some time to do the basic things I want to do, and I want to have time to attend to my own family. So that is it. So if you want to make contact with me only from 9 o'clock in the morning Central Time till 5 p.m. Central Time. And anything after that can wait. Anything after that can wait till the following day. One of the things I've discovered is that when you give some people, you bring it down to them to the core, you break it down with them, you try to show them love and affection, care for them. Many people do not even know how to accept care, neither how to appreciate. That is why a lot of pastors in today's world and a lot of people who are into either motivational empowerment or who are into ministry, one form or the other, do not have personal contact with people. I mean, you can write to them and request for prayers. They will write back to you and thank you and tell you they are praying for you, but they will never call you or never receive a personal phone call from you. The reason is in order to avoid getting sued, in order to avoid getting personal, because there are many human beings out there who are crazy and insane. And I have come across many of them. And one of the things I'm going to avoid is whenever the Holy Spirit asks me to pray for somebody, when I pray for them, I let them go. If they call me, I don't answer. I will not do that anymore. But there are some of you whom I see are ready to go on to become something in life, and you want me to train you. You have to tell me that you want to follow what I'm doing. It has to come from you. Then I will say, okay, let's go. For those of you who have indicated interest that you want to be members of Millionaire 500 and you begin to, the payment is simply to prove that you really, really want it. You really, really want it. This is something that you want for your life. There are some pastors out there, there are some ministers who put thousands of dollars upon them, telling you things that are not even a little bit of what I'm trying to teach you. I will just leave it like that. I do not want to say more than that. I have received mails and what do you call it, from people who think that, I mean, sometimes you see people call, I want prayers, but they want it on their own time. But this is how my ministry is. Maybe some of you do not know this. When you call me for prayers, you should be prepared for battle with me. Many of you are used to pastors, you call them, please pray for me, and they simply just make 5-minute prayer with you, ask you your name, your phone number, and then they just say short prayer and they let you go. When you call me, God is going to tell me things about you. And I'm going to talk to you about the things that I've been told to discuss with you. And a lot of you do not like that. A lot of you do not want somebody to go to those areas of your life where you are the problem. Not God, not the devil, but you. And there are some of you that I will confront and tell and say, this is your problem. And some of you are humble enough to say, oh yeah, that is what we are dealing with. Help me to deal with this problem. For example, let me start tonight. I told you I'm going to talk to you about how to make money. Let me start today by telling you loyalty is going to be the number one thing that is going to define, that is going to show whether you truly need money or not. Your loyalty to somebody. What is the percentage of loyalty to the job you are doing? In a situation that you are not capable of starting your own business and you are working for somebody else, you cannot even humble yourself to stay, ask questions, ask for help, and let them help you. That is somebody else's business. It's not your own. Tell them to give you a job description. And then do exactly what they ask you to do. Not more, not less, exactly what you're asked to do. I'll come back to that. But let me talk about loyalty. If you are ever going to make real money, you are going to save somebody. One way or the other. Because there are laws of business, laws of making money that is with somebody else. God has made the world to be that way. I talked to somebody yesterday, a young pastor, and I asked him, who is your spiritual father? He said, actually, God is. I said, are you kidding me? I said, until you find a spiritual father or a spiritual mother, somebody that you are loyal to, somebody you receive instruction from, you're not going to have a good ministry. Your ministry is not going to flourish. Your business is not going to flourish. Your business will not even take off. Whatever it is you are doing in life, until you are loyal to one person on earth in that area, it's not going to take off. Because that is how God has constituted and organized the earth to run. The earth is made to run like that. Because everything you ever needed in your life, God has put it in the hand of somebody else. Abraham got his first wealth, his first riches from Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. Let's face it. Everything you're going to want on earth has been given to somebody else. It is how you save somebody else that that person is going to share that wealth with you, or going to show you how to get your own. Because there's a lot you do not know that somebody else knows how to do it, and that somebody else is waiting for you to come and negotiate with him or her so that you can get it. And if you do not know how to talk nicely with somebody, if what you do is command people instead of ask questions, instead of move with people slowly, in love, in care, then you are not going to get no wealth. When people give you instruction, are you humble enough to accept instruction? There are so many people today who are running from Idika Imeri to Kenneth Copeland to Benny Hinn to T.D. Jakes to Creflo Dollars to all kind of ministers. In a day, they are listening to the teaching of 5, 6, 7 pastors, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 motivational speakers. You think you are going to get anything from that kind of mentality? No, you will not. Because you are not loyal to any of those people. And you are not going to make any money. How to make money? Let's talk about your job. One of the most important places where people make money is through their job. Do you love your job? If you don't like your job, if it's not fun, why are you doing it? Sometimes you have a job in order to use that job as a place of getting a paycheck until the real thing you love to do comes up. Sometimes it takes years. That's why I like people who are quiet about their job. One of you, I gave an instruction today. I said, listen, you are at your job for 3 reasons. Number 1, you are there to give service. Do exactly what you are told. Stop going to your job to go and look for somebody to love you. Stop going to your job to go and look for power and position. If you are doing what you are told to do, they will promote you without you asking for it. And already the power of God is behind you. If you do not have a family that has money to help you start a business, you do not have the detail and the ability to go to a bank or people and negotiate with them and get money and start your own business, then go and work for somebody else first for a number of years and save money. And when you work for that person, you are working, you have that job for 3 reasons. Number 1, to give service. The service that that company or that corporation provide. They will give you a job description. That job description is the part you play for the service to be rendered in that corporation. And that's all you go to do day in, day out. No more, no less. Don't worry about the way I dress in my sports clothes because I'm just coming back from jogging. I went out today and I was with my doctor this afternoon from 1 o'clock after the 12 noon live. And I went to see my doctor and to check my blood pressure, my vital sciences, and everything was just okay. And I told him that, look, I jog, I swim. He said, keep a routine of your jogging. Keep a routine of your jogging because your body is good. I want you to maintain this shape. If you want to lose a little bit, lose a little bit. And stay in shape as you are now. This is good. I was very happy. And I've decided, because I used to go out to do it in the morning, and some morning it will be difficult for me because people start calling. So within the week I will jog like twice or thrice, but now I've decided I'm going to jog every day. Once I close for the night, or once it's 5 o'clock in the evening, I'll shut the office and I will undress and I'll go jogging. If I don't jog at that time because there are family things to do later in the evening by 7 to 8, 1 hour, I'll go out and jog. Make sure I keep, because this body, the human body, does not want to be exercised. It doesn't want to be put to work. It wants to go on the path to death, on the path to sickness. It loves to go towards that route. Remember, it came from the soil. The human body comes from the earth. So it loves to go on it wants it easy. Don't give your body easy life. If you do, your body will start going towards decay without you knowing it. And it loves it that way. As I run for 1 hour today, run through the bridge, back through the other side, and run back here. By the time that it was like 1 hour, I felt good. I wasn't feeling no pain, nothing. I wasn't breathing hard. It was just good. I wanted to run more, but I said, no. I have to come. I have a program to do tonight. And it is the same thing. When I was jogging tonight, I think it must be the Spirit of God was telling me, that is the same thing with your mind and with your spirit. It must be disciplined. So tell them, the body must be disciplined. The mind must be disciplined. And it's one of the things that I want you to know. How many of you are going to be detailed? I'm going to talk about detail today. Your own job, I'm going to talk about it. Because this is the reason why majority of people, 90% of people on earth today are poor. It's because of what I'm telling you. There is no discipline of the body. There is no discipline of their mind. The mental discipline. There is no discipline of the spirit. That's why there is emptiness. That's why everybody wants it quick. If God doesn't answer it quickly, they get angry with pastors. They get angry with everybody. In your job, you are there mainly to render service, to play your own part. When other workers come to you to report somebody, to report another staff, or to report your boss, don't go along with them. Because that's not the reason why you are there. Or they tell you to go and do something. Somebody above you tell you something within your job description that you should go and do. And you become angry and begin to quarrel and begin to talk. That's not your father and your mother's personal business. Do what you are told. That's the reason why you are there. If not, get out and start your own. Number 2 reason why you are there. You are there to get a paycheck. You are there to get a paycheck and pay your bills. First of all, pay your bills. First, before you start enjoying anything. Before you start sending money to your father, mother, brothers, sisters, children, pay your bills first. So that you can have honor and dignity. Next, put money aside. Put a little saving, even if it is $50, even if it's $100, $200. Put some money aside that you cannot touch. So that in days to come, you can take that money and start your own business. That's why those of you who continually want to shop, you'll be broke forever. You can never be a millionaire. You can never be a millionaire if all you're doing is you're working to give to cousins, you have a job, you get a paycheck, the money you should save for yourself, you want to be king or queen of the town or of your family. So you keep giving. This one call you, you go and work like a camel and give. Compile the money you've sent through Western Union and MoneyGram. And the fees you've paid to send those money and to send those boxes and to send those cars. Compare and see how much it is. And those people are not even appreciative because they have a different viewpoint of where you are now. And that's why many people who are, I said, come and join me. I've seen people who live in Africa. They have their green card, they have their citizenship in America, but they fled back to Africa because they cannot stand the stress of work in America. They would rather want you to work and give to them than them coming here to come and work with them. You think they are stupid? They are not. They cannot stand for 8 hours on their feet at Burger King and McDonald's to work, or Walmart. Let them come and try it. They want money, you want hard currency, come, I'll show you how to get it. I'll put you to work. And that's why a lot of people also flee from working. They would rather live on government handout and welfare. And every day they will show them on CNN and MSNBC and Fox talking about unemployment, every day unemployment. Are you serious? You're talking about unemployment? You are talking about laziness. Number 3 reason why you need a job is to protect your own personal dignity. Your own personal dignity. When you go out there to work, you are contributing to society, and that makes you feel good. Do you feel good about your job? If you don't feel good about it, make your job fun. It's not every day you are supposed to be happy about your job. It's not every day you are supposed to be happy about what you are doing. It's the same thing like in a marriage. It's not every day that you feel loved and cared for, but you must stay in it and make it work. If your job is not fun, make it fun for yourself. I have passed that stage where it must be this job. If it's not this job, it must be this one. If not, I'm not going to do it. I think when I'll be doing serious programs like this from now on, I will turn up the phones. I'll just turn them off, so that nobody disturb our teaching and the flow. Even if you send out 100 emails to people about the times, they will still call you right when it is going on. I don't blame them. It's because I leave them on. So from now on, I'll be taking them off. From your job that you are working for somebody else, whether it be public or private, you need to begin to put money aside that you cannot smoke cigarette with. You cannot eat burgers with. You cannot buy gold and silver and diamond and bronze with. Just money that you put aside for you so that you can start your own business with it. You need to decide that you want to make money. My people say that, hey, Diego Imego, which means you use money to pursue money and make more money. And if you don't have any money, if your parent did not die and leave money for you, then you are going to work, you are going to have a job to save some money for yourself and start something for yourself. Because I don't know how many years it's going to take you to work for somebody else, or for government, or for private enterprise, whereby you'll be able to make enough millions to become a multi-millionaire. I don't see it coming. That's why smart medical doctors, they work for somebody else for a while. They start their own little clinic. So you're going to decide that you're going to work. How long do you want to work for somebody? You're going to decide that the next 5 years, the next 10 years, you're going to work for somebody and save money. And from that money, you're going to start your own business. How to make money? Have you decided the kind of business you want to start? Let me tell you something. I have seen women who are very good at braiding. Starting a hair salon is not a big problem. It won't take you a lot of money to start one. You can start you can start a hair salon, a braiding little shop in your own living room. You can start one in your own living room. I've seen people who started their own hotel and restaurant in their own kitchen. And they tell their friends, And their friend tells other friends. Another friend tells other friends. And they cook. And when they cook, they go and deliver and make money. Life starts like that. Small, small. There are people who are waiting until they have it big before they start something. You are not going to make any money if you are waiting to start it big. Until you have the best camera, until you have the best website, until you have the best of this. Because you are ashamed that people gonna say, ah, look at you. You did something. Let me tell you, people are waiting to see you do something stupid as far as you are willing to do something. And then they're going to help you to make it better. There are people out there who are waiting. I'm not talking about people who are laughing at you. You are after people who are laughing at you. I'm not looking at people. I remember when I started doing this thing, somebody from Sierra Leone called me and said, is it not such and so thing you are doing? It's not going to amount to anything. She told me that. Why? Because she believed what people told her. She said, didn't you see how so and so pastors do their own? I said, do you know how many years it took those pastors to be where they are? Do you know how many years it has taken that guy to buy that airplane and fly around the world to preach? It has taken them 20, 30 years to be where they are. Next, your own job, your own business, your own personal business. Let's leave the one of other people. If you are going to make money, you are going to start your own business. See, now I'm giving you the fundamentals. Later, for those of you who are part of those who have paid to be Millionaire 500, I'm going to call you guys on a special meetings and begin to tell you, I begin to break it down to the real detail. I'm going to begin to talk the real thing. I'm going to begin to add me to it. I'm going to begin to expose and show you the loopholes. How to go about doing these things. Whether it be in real estate, whether it be in this and that, we're going to begin to talk in detail. This one we are talking in general. We are not going into the real things. The real things are going to be discussed with those of you. When we have that meetings, only those of you who are in that circle knows. Nobody else knows. The reason why people do not want to start their own business is because they have not been hurt enough. They are not broke enough. People have not insulted you enough in their own job. If people have insulted you enough in a job that is owned by other people, either government or private enterprises, if they've not ridiculed you enough and mocked you enough, I think that's the reason why you are still there. Because when they ridicule you enough, nobody will tell you to start something for yourself and really, really give it your all. At least the first 10 years, you give it your all. Your personal business is going to give you the highest form of dignity and pride. It's going to make you enjoy life. Your personal business is going to make profit for you. But the job you are doing for other people, except you know how to negotiate and climb and do what the guy above you is saying, then they make space for you. Then you earn big salary and you are smart enough to save. And then later go out and start your own. Outside that, there's no way you are going to make it except you start your own. How to make money. What do you have for sale? Let me ask you tonight. I want you to be bold enough to tell the world. This is not trying to be private. There's no private when it comes to money. Because you are going, if you really want to make money, you are going to go public. There's no private making money. No, no, no. Every making of money is going to go public. So let me ask you, if you are watching by Justin TV, you can call me 316-765-0060 or 316-243-2967 and tell me. Or if you are on the conference call, I want you to open your mouth and tell me, what do you think God has given to you to sell? I'm not asking you to talk to me, oh, I'm called to be a pastor, I'm called to be an evangelist. That's not what this is about. Millionaire 500 is not about ministry. Except you feel that that is really where you are going. Then I'm going to challenge it. I'm going to challenge what you're going to tell me. What do you think God has given to you to sell? Because if you are going to make money, you are going to sell something. What do you have for sale? What's the product you want to sell? Tell me. Let me begin with you, those who are close to me. Doris, what do you have for sale? What do you think is the greatest talent and giftedness God has given to you to sell? What do you have for sale? Not because you've attended a course on it. Is there something you believe in the core of your guts that this is what you can really sell? That you can really sell this, and do you have what it takes to sell it? We're talking about how to make money. What do you have for sale? Can you speak up? Can you speak louder? Forget about God has, God had, God this, God that. Tell me, what do you have for sale? Leave God outside this business right now. Let's leave God out of this. God is already here. This is not where Millionaire 500 is. There is God as part of this thing. But I want you to tell me, what do you have for sale? What do you have for sale? If you ask me what I have for sale, I'll tell you what I have for sale. Power. That's what I have for sale. That's my product. Everything I do rallies around power. I sell power. That's what I sell. I sell the power of the person who sent me. God Almighty. That's what I sell. And I'm not ashamed to talk about it. That's the same power I sell to give people opportunity, to motivate, empower, and so on, to train people. I'm a teacher. I sell teaching. That's my product. I sell my teaching. I sell understanding and wisdom. Supernatural direction, that's what I sell. That's my product. That's why many of you don't like me. Because when you come to me and you are telling me one thing and I'm hearing another thing, and I begin to tell you supernatural direction, you don't like it because you're used to fooling other pastors and you can't fool me. What do you have for sale? Tell me. Don't be ashamed. Talk. This is a public thing. Maybe somebody will pick it up and look for you.
I have artwork for sale. I'm very good at drawing.
You're good. You're very good at drawing. You're creative. You're a painter.
I can paint.
What do you have artwork that you can show me? Let me take a look at them.
Yeah, I can draw some up for you.
Okay, do you have things that you've started to draw and begin to put them on canvas? Then it is made into shirts, postcards, mugs, t-shirts. Have you started painting and drawing? How do you make it professional? See, that's the next level you have to go. It's one thing to learn how to draw, but how do you make it professional?
I did do postcards at one time of the year. I do something for a mentor. She sold them. She put them on cards and sold them.
Okay, the point is, how do you do this? How do you multiply this? See, come back to Genesis. Come back to the core of Genesis chapter 1. Come back to the core of that chapter, which is verse 28. Talks about be blessed, be fruitful, and multiply. Replenish, subdue, have dominion. Come back to that. When some of you read it, you think it's just a Bible thing. You do not know that it applies universally to anybody who is willing to make money. So you can paint, you can draw. Can you do sculpture? Can you carve?
No, I haven't tried that yet.
You've not tried that yet. You need to begin to put your hand, to discipline yourself to put your hand into what other things are attached to my ability to look at people and paint them. And how am I going to make money out of this? Because it's possible your money is tied down to your talent and gift. Your money is not tied down with God. So let me tell you that up front. Doris, was it you or somebody else that read Deuteronomy chapter 8 for me from verse 1 to 18? And towards the end it says, the Lord is the one that gives you power to get wealth. It did not say the Lord is the one that will come and get you the wealth or create the wealth for you. It says God will give you the power to get the wealth. Think about that. Just like I started teaching some of you, there are some problems in your life that is not God who is going to solve it for you. It is you who is going to solve the problem. You are the one who is going to talk to the problem for the problem to go away. That's how majority of problems on earth is waiting for you to remove it from your life. The same thing with being great, the same thing with receiving prosperity and being rich. It's not God who is going to give you riches. I'm telling you this. It is you who is going to look at the blessing that is already inside you. God has put the blessing inside you already. It is there. Your miracle of riches, of being a millionaire, is tied down to the talent and gift that you are endowed with. Even in the Islamic religion, it is stated that God has given everybody who is coming to the world a loaf of bread and a bottle of water as you are coming in. Not that I like that religion. I mean, I'm not talking about liking it or not liking it. I have a lot of respect and honor for it, but that's not mine. God has given you the means to have a bottle of water and a loaf of bread so that you don't lack food. You don't lack a nice car. You don't lack a nice house. You don't lack many property. Much wealth is tied down to your belly. You are carrying a lot of money with you every day. Your belly is full of money. Your mind is full of money. Your body is full of money. You are in wealth. You are carrying a semi-load of money with you. But you don't know it. You're praying to the God in heaven and asking him for miracle. Whereas the God in heaven, sometimes I want to pray for people, God will tell me, no, don't bother me. You solve the problem. And that's exactly what Jesus told the disciples. He said, feed them, feed the people, take care of them. They were busy wanting to come and talk to him about it. He said, no, you take care of it. I've already given you the power and the means to do it. The Lord has given you the power to create wealth, to make wealth. In Deuteronomy 8, he has already done so. And you are still wanting to go and cry to him. Look at what happened. At the Red Sea, the children of Israel were still crying to God to deliver them. And when Moses went to God to go and also do the same thing, God said, shut up. Stop crying to me. What is that in your hand? He said, the rod that I use as a shepherd. He said, go and use it to hit the water. It will split into two. Go and tell the children of Israel, the Egyptians you see today, you will see them no more. Stop crying to me. That's what God said to him. Go and read the Bible. It's there. If you are waiting for God to make you a millionaire, you are going to wait forever. It will never happen to you. If you are waiting for God to remove the problem in your life, you wait forever. You are the one who is going to talk to the problem because you have Jesus in your life. You are the one who's going to talk to the problem and say, because I have Jesus, I look you problem and I curse you and I command you to go away from my life. And the problem will listen to you. If you've been trying to start a business and the business does not work, begin to talk to the problem that is hindering you from starting a business. Next thing I want you to know, a lot of people who are poor today are poor not because they do not have millions and billions tied down to their gods, to their natural endowment, to their giftedness. It's because they are afraid of taking a risk. They do not want to fail. I listened to the richest man in Australia, a born-again Christian, talks about how he started business. He never went to school. He taught himself how to read and write. He's one of the few people who are allowed on earth today to mint their own money. And he talks about how when he started his business, he failed many times until he succeeded. Some of us, we try something once, it doesn't work, that's it. We start complaining and become stressful, have stroke, have high blood pressure, become diabetic, have cancer and die. Instead of saying that the failure is an opportunity to do it better. You want to make money? You're going to pay a price. Let me tell you, there are people who are looking at you to see how determined you are to make money. Then they will bring their money and invest in you. When I started the personal ministry like this, nobody gave me a dime. Nobody gave me a dime. My church never gave me even a dime to come to America. I have to borrow money from somewhere to pay my airfare and come here. They didn't even know how I managed to come to this country. My church didn't know, my family didn't know. It was until I reached here before I even told them. I didn't open my big mouth and start telling everybody. I knew exactly where God was leading me. I knew what the dream he was giving to me. I knew I'm focused on what he wants me to do. Like this year, I'm focused on one thing this year and I want to do it right. And I do not want anybody to make me deviate from where I'm going, from the two or one thing that I want to achieve and be steady and stable on this year. Detail. Do you have the discipline of body, mind, and spirit to be detailed, to read and find out things for yourself? I was quarreling with some of you because many of you are not reading. You don't have time to sit down and discipline yourself to read up something, to go where the thing is and ask questions and take the risk and do it and succeed, just like other people have done it before you. Yes? Yes? Can you speak with a very clear voice instead of a sleepy voice?
If someone were in business before and say that they retired out of it,
What's the question then?
do you think it is wise that they, be motivated to return back to that business?
It depends on if was it a personal business or was it another person's business?
No, it was personal.
Okay. The point is, have you made enough money that you are satisfied with what you've made? That's the question now. It's not about returning to.
When I was in it, I was successful.
Okay. Why did you retire? Did you retire from it because you made enough money, or did you leave it because there was problem, or did you leave it because it was too stressful? What was it?
Well, I was tired and I just felt that it was becoming stressful and I just decided to.
Did you?
I was in it for 24 years.
Okay. Are you satisfied with the money you've made out of it?
At that time, yes, I did make money. Yes.
Okay. Is that money enough to sustain you? Is that money enough? Is that money enough to be invested into other things that will make money for you? Did you have enough money to invest into gold, into diamond, into property, into other form of businesses that you will relax, have other people run it for you, and the money is coming to you? Did you do that?
It sounds good. It sounds good.
Okay, so do you want? You see, if you did not feel that you fulfilled something and you left it, and you still feel inside you that you have something to give in that area, you can restart the business again. But this time, you will need other people to come alongside you. You will need to pick the right people to help you run it, so that you do not run it to the ground out of stress and then you quit when you've not yet made millions out of it, when you've not yet had money from it that you put into other businesses that is making money. You see, you must do business and reach a point where money then begin to come to you automatically of its own.
I think my problem was I made money, but I just didn't know. I didn't spend it wisely. I used my heart instead of my head. I was just trying to take care of everybody.
Okay.
I made money. I just didn't use it wisely.
Okay, and I have shared that particular problem with you already, have I not?
Yeah.
There you go. You didn't tell me about that business, but I've spoken to you about it already. And that is where many of you, when you are making money, let me tell you the secret of making money. Because we are talking of how to make money tonight. This is just a little bit of introduction. We've not gone into the real nitty-gritty of it. When God begins to allow much money to come to you as profit from what you are doing, He's giving you money to put aside or money to invest in other business that will then begin to make money for you for a long time. A business must multiply and a business must be fruitful. A business must replenish. A business must make you more money. You only retire when you've set that business to run on its own with other people running it and you just supervise it till the day you depart to go back to God. You let your children or you let other people that you trust to run that, and it keep going forever. That's a real business. The money keep recycling itself. You cannot work. You cannot have a business you're doing forever, even when you're on a wheelchair. You must reach somewhere where that thing makes money for you of its own. You begin to reap the dividend, you begin to reap the profit. You cannot keep pouring money into something that you are not reaping no profit. So if you want to return back to that business, be ready to do it differently, to be innovative, to be flexible. Good. 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 Who again is out there who knows what exactly you want to sell? Tell us, what do you want to sell? Share with us, please. What do you have for sale? And how do you think you're going to sell it so that I can give you some advice? For some of you who want advice, there are some of you who think you know it all. And that's the reason you've not been able to go anywhere. Because you can't ask no question. You don't know how to ask a question in humility and say, I need help. I don't know this thing. My parent didn't do
Well, I
it.
got a question.
Yes.
As for me, how do I start? I mean, this is all new to me, so I want to get my foot in the door and just start. How would I go about it?
Are you talking about your painting job, your being somebody that draw people?
I mean, that and just, saving money and investing, knowing what to invest in, knowing what,
The point is, first of all, you have to know, do you have money? Do you have money that you want to invest? Is it money? Because money that you want to invest must be money that is coming, except you have made some money, you put together a lump sum of money, and you're deciding what particular portfolio you want to. I will always tell people, go to real estate. I always tell people, go to real estate. I always tell people, have a grocery store where you don't sell beer and cigarette, where you don't sell booze and cigarette. Because if you sell booze and cigarette, you're a target for thieves. But if you have like a 50-cent store, I've told the people of America to watch me. When I have enough money, I'm going to start a store that is either 75 cents or 50 cents. Because everybody now have 99 cents, $1. So I'm going to bring my own price down. Grocery stores are very important. Everybody, little mini marts are very important stores. They are very important. People will always want coffee. People will always want toilet roll. People will want toothbrush, toothpaste, those things that people run out without knowing it. And they will just rush down the street to come and buy from you. Kids will always want candies, peanuts, little things like that. Money is changing hands. People will drink coffee. These are basic things. And if you are willing to fight thieves and all of that, have strong security, people will always smoke cigarette. People will always drink beer. Even if they don't have a job, they will always find money somewhere, somehow, to smoke and drink. Come on now. People are rushing to their job in the morning. They will stop by to get gas and to buy smoke and to buy coffee and chocolate, hot chocolate to drink. That's money. During summer, people need ice to put in their water, or to put in their drink, to put in their different beverages, to go to fish, to go out on a picnic. People will need bags of ice. See, little things, money is happening. People need somewhere to live. People will always want somewhere where they can sleep in the morning, eat breakfast. So you have a little property, bed and breakfast. You have somebody come in and cook good breakfast. When people wake up, they eat their breakfast and they hand over their keys, they are gone. You've already made your money for the day. Little businesses like that, there's money in these things. Motels. People want somewhere to go on a little honeymoon with their new wife and new husband. You dress it up for them and they go there. Have good breakfast in the morning, a swimming pool, a good jacuzzi. They feel good. They pay. Little services. People will always need a taxi. And you go out to the auction and you buy taxis. Cheap taxis. Mexicans are great. They are great. I respect those guys. My goodness. They will detail your car, wash it, clean it, tell you whether that car is good or not at the auction if you take them there. Those guys are good. They will not give you an excuse why they are not coming with you. That they went to a party last night and drank too hard. I don't know when they go for their own party, because whenever I call them, they are ready. I'm telling you, they are ready to go. Give them a day, they detail that baby, polish it and shine it and bring it out for you, and you put them out there and sell it back. Oh my goodness. I know a lot of my friends, they have a lot of quality, nice Mexican men who are working with them. They go to the auction, get all these cars, shine them, paint them, just put them back. People are coming to come, and people who do not know that they themselves can go to that auction and buy that baby and drive it. They will go and buy the one that was bought in the auction and shine and put out in the car lot. You go and buy and they'll put you on car payment. Hey. Your own personal business will give you more money than you want. It will put you on the path of the great and the strong. There are only very few people on earth who are dividing the wealth of this earth. I want to be part of it. And you must be too. How to make money. Who again want to tell us something? What do you think you have for sale? What do you have for sale? What's your product you want to sell? Huh?
I have business talent for sale.
You have what?
A business talent for sale. My mind is very creative.
Okay, hit it on one thing. What is the one thing you have for sale? Give it a name.
Talent.
What talent? What is the talent? What is
Business talent.
what is the business talent?
Like idea. I can sell idea to people.
You
Let's
can.
say if I want to open a store for clothes, I can tell them what the store for clothes needs, where they can go and shop clothes. I can make a research. I can give people what to do.
People, help me here and let me understand this woman. Please, can you guys help me to understand this?
Just then she has a good business direction. Like she can tell people where to go to get stuff and how to do it.
Doris, I've not heard your voice. You have to speak out here tonight. You have to. Help us here. I need many of you who are professional. Those of you who are professional should talk.
I think what she is speaking about is that a talent is, say, if somebody wants to go into a business, she can help to give them advice, direction, and places where they can, like wholesalers.
Let's give it a name.
Whatever.
So she is saying that she has the gift of a business consultant.
Yes, right.
That's the name. She's a consultant.
Help people. Yeah, that's what she is.
Okay, before you become a consultant, do you own your own business? Okay, then how are you a good consultant? Because you should be able to have been in the practice and know how these things are done. Because you cannot be a business consultant to the core without you having owned your own business and being in it, or being with somebody who has owned a consultancy firm and learn from that person and be loyal to that person. Because there's a discipline needed to be a consultant. It's a full-time job. What you're talking about is not a small thing. What you're talking about. It's not nothing to play with. For you to be a business consultant, if you tell those people something that will not work for them, it will come back on you. It will backfire on you. That is why you see me in ministry. I am telling people exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And I'm telling them, go and apply it. And they apply it and it works for them because I have experience in it. This is my 24 years in it. So experience is very important. Forget about people telling you it's about Spirit of God and all of that nonsense. There is a place for spirit and there is a place for experience.
That's right.
So if you are going into business consultancy, my goodness, it's going to take everything from you. Because it's not a joke. Let's believe that what you have for sale is consultancy. I'm going to put you to the test because I'm coming to consult with you. I know who is talking. I know who you are. I'm coming to consult with you. I'm telling you I'm coming. You better be prepared for me when I come to ask you. So you better tell the people of Sudan to get ready because I'm on my way. Okay. Next person. What do you have for sale? What do you have for sale? Who is out there? What do you have for sale? Talk. Yes, Janet. Yep.
Yeah, my question here is it right before the law for Christians to win lottery?
Lottery has nothing to do with what we are talking, Sister Janet. We are talking about what do you have for sale to make money. That's the cheap way out. You're looking for a cheap way out. One is one in millions upon millions of people. So leave that area. Consult with me on that privately. That's not a business thing we are talking about. That's a different thing entirely. Okay? I want you to tell us what product you have for sale, and you are talking about lottery. You know? Yeah. So what do you have for sale? What do you want to sell? What is the thing that you have? Whether a physical thing, a mental thing, a spiritual thing, what is it that you can sell? A service you can sell and people give you back money. That's what I'm talking about.
Hello?
Yes.
Well, I have a talent that I could sell, basically. The talent of making people up, make them look as better as they could be.
Mm-hmm.
That's my natural gift.
Mm-hmm. And how do you want to make it? How do you want to make it work for you? How do you want people to see the gift? How do you want them to see it? Where do you want to localize it? Where do you want to market it so that people can come and then get that service and then exchange it for money or material resources? How do you want to do it?
By creating my own makeup line.
Let's start with first. First, let's start creating your own makeup line. Is secondary. Let's start with the primary. All of you who are into professional business know what I'm talking about. Okay, it's like telling somebody who says that he is into building a house, and the person doesn't have what it takes to lay the foundation of the house, and he's talking about building a house. Now, having your own makeup line is a long process. If nobody has told you that, let me tell you now. Okay, your own makeup line is a long process of its own. It's gonna require a lot of money for you to pay the company that will produce exactly the way you want it and put your label on it. Okay, so let me ask you, where is the location that you want to package the one you know how to use other people? Let's say now, for all of you who are professional and who are listening to me out there on Justin TV and on the conference call, you all who are professional knows what I'm talking about. First and foremost, let's assume that this lady from Montreal, she has a natural talent of knowing how to make people's face look better. Okay, that's a natural talent that you have, and then you've gone for training. You've gone for some training on how to make it better. Have you?
Yes.
Okay. Now that you have all of that, do you have a location where, or do you have the means where you have advertised and said to people, this is what I can do? For example, do you have a video in the internet that shows who you are, what you do, and where you live, and an email how people can reach you, or a phone number where people can reach you? If not, do you have somebody that you've come into partnership with who already has a beauty shop where you can work with that person in partnership? People come there to meet you and you make them up. Do you have that going on for you?
Well, I do have a friend that just opened a salon, and that's something that we discussed, yes.
Okay, you have to go into partnership with that person. It's gonna need humility from you. If that person is the person ahead, she brought the money and so on. You go to the person and ask that you wanna come into partnership with the person. You guys have to sit down to decide how much each person is gonna get. The place where you guys are staying, The rent need to be paid, the utilities need to be paid, and so on and so forth. Somebody need to be paid to keep that place tidy, and so on and so forth. Who is doing? Yeah, who is doing what? Who is doing what? You need all this. You need to sit down with the person and decide how that thing is going to run so that nobody feel cheated. Everybody will be satisfied with who gets what. And then your business card that shows that you are localized in that store. That's how you start.
But I already have my business card.
Okay. Okay.
You know, for sure, over there I could, still pass, my card, but I have other things too.
But you have to have a look. You have to have a locality. Yeah, there must be a place. Like now, you talk about going into business with this person. You must have a localized place that you work with somebody, and then from there you begin to look for. You begin to approach like television houses, like I mean, where you can beautify people. You have time to visit those places and talk with those who are already in the field. Talk with those who are already in the field and say to them, this is what I do, give me chance, like what you do on weekends. They give you opportunity for you to shine and show what you do. You see what I'm saying? That is how you start. But then there is a bigger part of the picture that you need to know. The bigger part of the picture is you should decide, while you're waiting for all this that I've talked about is happening, you should have a permanent job. For example, working in, say, a beauty shop, a mall where they have all the beauty products, malls where they sell the perfume, the things for the face, and so on. You stay there and you watch how these things run. You need that kind of a job on the side as a 40 hours job while you have these things, until you begin to have accumulation of customers. Then you quit your job. You quit the job in that area. For example, if I were you, I would go and work for JCPenney, Sears, Dillard's, those kind of big shop. I'll go and work for them. Or there are some shop that only deals with women product, cosmetics, women cosmetics, toiletries, all that. I'll work for them and watch the way things are done. Because some days you want to open your own shop, not just for your own line, but for that people product line. That's the best way to approach this. Do any other person have something to advise this sister? And then as time goes on, when you become popular, you are well known, you will see, let me tell you something. Professional and wealthy people, actresses, people on the television will not come to you. They are not coming to you. The next 5 years, those people are not coming to you. Face reality. They are going to those who are already founded and established in this area. Those who've been painting people's face, shaping people's face over the years, those are the ones they are going to go to. But yours, it is those people who are there on the field, coupled with the blessing of God and your own personal humility. It's not everything you know that you are going to make people think that you know it. There's a place where you're going to be quiet and watch others do things. And then those people, they will feel comfortable to have you alongside. Because if they feel threatened by your professionalism, they will not give you any chance. And that is why a lot of people have no opportunity on earth today. Because when they go to where they are supposed to shine, they try to outshine those who are already there, and those who are already there will block them. And so when people feel threatened by your inability to keep quiet and by your inability to ask, yes, they will get rid of you quickly. Yes, they will not show you what they are supposed to show you. They won't even show you the way to enter into the entrance of the door into this thing. Because somebody is the person. It's not an angel. It's not Jesus who is coming to earth to take you by the hand and show you the way to enter through the door. There is a door into your professional career. Nobody's showing you that door yet. And you need to be shown that door. Let me give you an example. Paul was an apostle. He received great revelation from Jesus. It was Barnabas who took him by the hand and took him to the rest of the apostles, to Peter and the rest, and said, I can bet with my life. I, Barnabas, swear that this guy saw Jesus. That is how they accepted Paul, because Barnabas vowed for him and said, what he's saying is true. It's a human being that is going to make you into what you are. That's all I'm trying to tell you. This is reality. This is not a thing of prayer. Prayer doesn't come in here. If you need a few hundreds, a few thousands, God will give it to you. But when you say you want riches, it's another human being who's going to give it to you. So this is the way you are going to go. So going for your own line is something that will come of its own as you progress in what I've told you. Next person who has something for sale to share, please share with us. Who has something to share, something that you want to sell? Who has a product? What kind of product do you have for sale tonight that is gonna give you money? Please tell us. Doris, are you around tonight? Okay, she's not there. She left the line. Okay, let me continue to share a little bit before I close tonight. Another thing you have to do to make money is to look inside you. Look inside. There is a lot of money inside you. You have a lot of money and property and wealth inside you. You've been looking outside for the money. That's why you are not getting it. You've been going to everybody to pray for you. That's why nothing is working for you. Because you are not looking inside you. The houses you are looking for is inside. Until you see it in the inside, you will not find it in the outside. Just like many of you are looking for love out there, whereas you cannot even love yourself. The love you're looking for outside is inside you. Until you discovered it inside, you cannot discover it outside. The money and the houses and the opportunity you are looking for is all inside you. It's all connected with what is in the inside. It's wrapped and tied around your inside. Look inside. Believe in your person. Many of you do not even believe in yourself. The Bible says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. It didn't say love your neighbor first. It said love yourself first. Look inside for what you are looking for. Look inside. It is all there. And begin to call it to come out of you. If you think what I'm joking, consult with me one day. Be ready to pay for it, because there are certain services I offer. It's only if you pay, then I can do those things. Because those things take a lot out of me. The best thing you need in life are inside you. It's my job to call them out of you. And then you will get the one that the outside will come and join. There is also a place where you need to look outside. What is inside you what is outside you is going to attract what is inside you, and what is inside you is going to attract what is outside you. That's how you are going to make money. You are going to see it in you first, inside you. You're going to have a dream, a vision, or you're going to have a hunch about it, or you're going to just recognize it that you were born with certain talent, and you are going to use those talents. I see people who were born in a French-speaking area. They are very good at interpretation. They can speak English, write English fluently, read English fluently. The same thing with French. The same thing with German. I've seen people who have 4, 5, 6 different languages. They can read, write it very fluently. They could have been in the job of interpretation. When people write book, they translate it into all these other languages. They don't use it. That is money being wasted. Many of you are wasting your life for nothing. We're talking about how to make money. You have to decide today. You have to decide tonight. that you are tired of people telling you what to do. You are tired of people kicking your butt up and down, down, sideways, everywhere. Until you are tired of it, then you begin to find a way to do something for yourself and make money for yourself. Because money is already inside you. You have to begin to look inside for the money that is inside there, which is tied down with your gift and talent. And ask God for the humility to be able to ask the right question, be in the right place, begin to make use of it. It's not that money is waiting for you somewhere. All that thing you need is inside your belly. They are already there. All you need is to call them out. And how do you call them out? Different things you can do. Begin to do something. If it is poetry, begin to write. Don't wait until you go to college. Begin to write whatever comes to your mind. Even when some of you think that there is somebody who is going to invest money in you, or somebody is going to help you to give you money, or government or private, they will loan you money or they will give you free money. It all has its catch. There is a catch to all those things. It's not a small thing. It looks good. It looks like it's something that people will just tell you. That's why when people tell me how they succeed, I sit them down and say, I'm begging you in the name of God, please sit down and have time with me. Have just 2 hours with me and talk to me. I want to know really what you did. Don't just tell me that you did this and it just worked. I don't believe you. You know that I don't go for that. I'm not cheap. You cannot just tell me that I began to sell some donut and few days later I become a millionaire. I'm not going to believe you. You know it. You are going to tell me what you did. How did you process all these things? Because I know it doesn't come easy. You did not just put donut in the frying pan and fry it and everybody line up to come and buy every day. How did you manage for your donut to be acceptable in the stores? So that you do not need to carry it from office to office and say, who want a donut for tea, for coffee? Early in the morning you wake up going about selling donuts. It will wear you out. You break your back. You get nothing for it. How did you end up selling it in the stores? What did you do? How did you convince the store owners to allow you to bring your donut there? You see, those are all things that I want to know. How you did it. And don't just tell me that I put some donut in the frying pan and I become a millionaire. I don't believe that nonsense. Or you are into fashion design. Oh, I know how to fashion and design outfits, and I began to sew some clothing and I become a millionaire. I'm not believing that nonsense. You have to tell me how, where, with which people, who were willing to make space for you, who were willing to tell you what type of brand they wanted, what materials to use, who were willing to invest in you. Talk to me, please. I want to know the things that you are not saying. Because the thing you are not saying is the real thing. All these things you are telling us is just a show. You are not telling us the truth. That's why when somebody has finished speaking in a conference, I always find a way to corner the person, the speaker. Either in his hotel room, as he's walking back into his hotel room, or entering his car, I will stop him and say, sir, I want you to autograph your book, to put your signature on this book for me. And he will think that's all I need. While the person is doing it, I will introduce a conversation. I will ask an important question. And the person will stood there and watch me and say, please, sir, tell me. I know that you told us during the conference that you did this and it works for you. What about the process? And you will hear the guy will smile and said, come back and see me later, I will tell you. And I will go back. And the person will sit me down in his hotel room or in the lobby and begin to tell me what he or she did not tell people in the conference. That's how I do it. You begin to tell me the detail. They are not telling you the detail of how to make money. Have they told you that you can go to auctions and buy some very nice taxes, detail it, paint it, and let somebody tell you how to organize it with those who already have a taxi company in the city. Has somebody told you the kind of men you should look for, which country they should come from, to drive your taxi for you, how much they should pay you a week? You see, all these things is a detailed, laborious process. And that's why a lot of poor people do not want to suffer to do these things. But they are willing to enjoy the money and the material resources, but they are not willing to pay the price for it. A lot of poor people have money inside them, talents, dying. They are dying with their manuscript, they are dying with their movies, they are dying with their music, they are dying with different things because they are afraid to take risk. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Romantic Love Line, 9 p.m. tomorrow night. Romantic Love Line. Tomorrow morning I'll be here for morning prayer. Prayer for today. Go to internet and look for Prayer for Today by Idika Imeri. They are very powerful. They are #1 top-selling prayer videos right now on earth. Go and look at them. They are very, very powerful. Don't tell me you do not have something to pray with in the morning. I'm right here praying with you in the morning to prepare you for the day. No devil will be crazy enough to come and challenge you in the day. Let me tell you what happened today so that you know that I'm not joking. Let me bring you something so that you can see. I am not here with my wallet. I will have shown you something. It started after the 12 noon prayer. I left to go to the bank, and then I asked my taxi to wait for me, and then after that I had a 1:30 appointment with my doctor, Dr. Robel. And when I reached, they took my blood pressure. Everything was just so fine. He was very happy. He was very happy that I did exactly what he told me. He was very happy that I have done exactly what he has told me. I'm very loyal to my doctor. I'm talking to my own medical doctor. He's a white guy. And a man in his either 60 or late 60s. I like him a lot. I like my doctor a lot. I believe in him. I believe in what he's doing. I believe that he is the best doctor I've ever had. And this taxi driver took me there. And when he reached the doctor's office, he discovered that the cab company has already put the price of him taking me from here to the bank and to the place. They've already put the price there. And so there are 2 meters in his car. I didn't know this. so the cab company said it is $12 for him to take me to the 2 places. Is $12. Then his own personal meter read $18. So he asked me, he said, how do we do this? The cab company said the whole thing is $12. I'm just seeing it flashing in now. And then and he's only saying 18. I started laughing. I said, well, we will go by what the cab company says. We'll go by what it says. But you know what I'll do? Since just says 12, I'll add 3 more. And so it will be $15 for you. So I gave him $20 and he gave me back 15. He was very happy. And on the way from the bank to the doctor's clinic, he was telling me how he was working for the airplane industry, because this city where I live, they live by making airplanes. Spirit, Cessna, Boeing, Beechcraft, all kind of stuff. They are all here. Lumberga, all kind of stuff you can think of. They make planes here in these little cities. They are known for that. And he was telling me how that job was breaking his back. He was so stressed. He was always going to the hospital. You know, that he overused his insurance something. Today he doesn't have no insurance. He left that job after 6 years. He started driving a cab. Today he's happy. I used that as an opportunity to talk to him about loving what you do. That's when I told him that I'm a trainer. I didn't want to scare him by telling him I'm a priest or a pastor. So I just told him that I'm a trainer and so on, and I help people discover their talents also. Oh, he was very happy. I said, I am happy that you found what you enjoy to do and it's giving you money. He said he's never had such a peace as he is having now. When I reached the doctor's office, they took my blood pressure. It was great. He was very happy that I've cut out the thing he said I should not eat any more carbohydrate. I've decided I don't eat any more rice. For rice, I eat beans. For bread, I eat digestive biscuits that have no taste, just very nice for tea, the type that you see me eat during my prayer breakfast. And that's what I eat. Instead of red meat, I eat fish. And he said that I should add chicken to it, and sometimes I do that. And then I eat a lot of vegetable and fruit. So the doctor was very proud of me. He said, "You are a good patient." I said, "Yes, I am." And then he said they should do a blood work. They should do a blood work. So you can see my hand here. I've not taken my bath yet, so you can still see where they drew the blood today. Because I was telling him that sometimes I have some little static or something on my feet and so on. So he said it's possible that the medicine that he said I should be taking sometimes is whacking up the magnesium or potassium level that he wanna take a look at it. And then he took the blood sample. They took the blood to look at it. And then when I was leaving, instead of the doctor giving me a prescription to go to Walgreens and continue thing that he's looking at just to make sure that I keep being really, really fine with all these heavy things that I'm doing, not stressed, all that kind of stuff. Instead, he went into his office and he brought out the medication for me. And he said, "It's free for you. This is 200 and something dollar worth of medicine." He said, "It's for you. And when this one is over, you come back to me, I'll give you another one." I said, wow. The medicine is around 100 and something, and if I'm going to go and pick it up, it's like about 35, it's $35 copay just to get it at Walgreens. I mean, after the insurance has been covered, then I still pay 35 to add to it. The thing itself is 100 and something. The doctor gave it. I mean, it has been like from one favor to another favor all of today. All of today has been one favor after another. And it started last week when I went into somewhere where they had some suits, and the guy told me to pick the suits I want, and he's going to give it to me at 75% discount. I couldn't believe it. And those are master classic suits. That's how this thing is supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. When you are on the path to do what you are naturally talented to do, you put it in the right place, you advertise it well, you're not scamming people, you're giving services, and people are compensating you for it. And then you have time to rest, then God comes in to back you up. That's the job of God, to back you up. He has your back. It's not everything that you should be spending your time going to pray. There are things that you yourself should take up and start. Then God comes to back you up. Then when you open your mouth even to pray, bam, power comes. Because you're already doing the right thing. That's the kind of thing that I want you to know. I want you to begin to think seriously from tonight that you're going to be a millionaire. That you are tired of people buzzing over you. You are tired of people telling you what to do. Things that are not relevant. People punishing you for nothing. People laying you off. Like today, the taxi driver and I, we were talking about these airplane industries here in this city. When they don't have no contract, no business, they lay people off. And that's why people should have their own business. Because as far as you work for somebody else, you are a hostage to fortune. Remember what I'm saying? As far as you're working for somebody else, you are a hostage to fortune. Remember that. And also, I want to advise those of you who want to follow my ministry. If you really want to follow my ministry, follow my ministry. If you want to follow somebody else, go to that person. Don't run between two people, so that when God is speaking through me to you, then hold me responsible and accountable for what I say to you. And hold God too for it. That's all I can say to you tonight. Make up your mind that you're tired of people treating you wrongly simply because you want a job. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Make up your mind that you are not going to be throwing your money to the trash. That you are going to do something mighty. Have a picture of what you want to do with your money. And that then you're going to have the drive to work, to put money aside and begin to invest money. Good night. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow. Please tell everybody about Romantic Love Line. Tomorrow I will be talking of things that is crazy. Please come. Bye-bye.